Are you ready to partay? I'm ready to partay. Squidward.
Well, I'm ready, and this is Peeves and Qs. Hello, I'm Mr. Red, your host, and with me, I'm Alex, your host. By the way, we're doing real names now. I don't know if you guys. Are
fucking cool!
That.
Excellent.
Okay, cool. So we have Jody. We have Jody, who is the clever girl.
Hi.
We have Doopy, who is Doopy.
What's up, motherfuckers?
And we have Connor.
The Quaff Man.
No, Quaffman. The Quaffman has died, unfortunately.
He did because he cut his hair.
He's not Quaff anymore.
Look, you guys
You are
say
no
that.
longer coiffed.
Would you like to speak for yourself?
What am I doing here?
Oh, I missed it. It's been so long. So you recognize these voices, I'm sure. You may recognize mine. I am your host. That's right. I'm a bit rusty. It's been a while.
What do we do on this podcast?
We do on this podcast, thank you very much, Jody, is we ask each other questions and we talk about what's annoying us each and every week. It's been a minute. So we're going to open up our first segment. How are you guys? I'd like to go first. My soda was just taken from me, and I'm not sure why.
You're being loud
Well,
with
I'll set it
it.
down over here. Can I have it back?
Yeah, sure.
I just like to drink it
being
when
loud.
I'm always loud.
I thought I was just looking out for the podcast.
Thanks. So, how are you guys? How you doing?
Each day burns a hole in my soul, and I feel like I'm dying every moment.
You know why? Because you just moved. And
That too.
That shit's hard.
It is.
It is very hard. I
can
just got settled
attest.
in. I still have a couple of things I need to take from the old apartment into the new apartment, including like bowls and shit, and a modem that I bought
How long do you have access to the old apartment? Before?
till the 30th.
Oh yeah. So you got
some time.
You got time.
You got some time.
We moved out in
I mean,
2 days.
Yeah, fairly actually. Well, it's actually been over the course of like a week and 2 days because I don't get days off. I get 1 day off a week
Yeah,
if I'm
that's
fucking
true.
lucky. Oh yeah, I work my ass off now. That's a thing. I never thought I did partying when I was 16, drinking fucking Mountain Dew
yes.
religiously.
Fucking Mountain Dew.
Mother and
Wow.
father, Mountain Dew.
You know, because you don't support underage drinking of Mountain Dew when you're older.
And that's
With
the official
condoms,
stance of this
responsibly.
podcast.
I actually never drank Mountain Dew
put-
from a condom.
Do you put it in the
Can you
condom
imagine?
first? That's
I can
foul.
actually.
Oh my god.
Blech. Oh, well, anyway, I'm good. I just saw Avengers Endgame that just came out this most recent weekend. You're listening to this
Yesterday.
probably on a
Came out
Monday.
yesterday.
Well, it's Monday when you're listening.
At the time of this recording, it came out.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, technically today, but
yeah.
you know, it's always Thursday. Anyway, so that was good. One of us here, other of us has seen it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we can't talk about it because
That's right.
Because I haven't seen shit.
But I thought it was great.
Good.
Moving on, how are you, Clever
Good.
Jody?
Clever Jody.
Clever Jody.
I'm great. Nothing is new.
Okay,
Absolutely
cool.
nothing.
And
Actually, I got a raise at work, so I'm
you got
really,
a
I'm really
raise.
excited about
Round of
that.
applause,
Yeah.
golf claps. That's
Oh.
not a golf clap. That's not a golf clap.
Party time.
Anyway, how are you, Connor?
Doing all right.
Doing all right. Why are you here?
Oh,
What?
because we invited him.
The podcast called
That was such
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
a dumb question.
Peeves and
That it caught
Qs.
me off guard.
What does Peeves stand for?
Perverts.
Well, it actually stands for Peeves,
Yeah,
and that means that
Yeah.
we talk about what's annoying us. Who would like to open the floor to our first peeve?
I can.
Cool.
Mine's pretty simple.
Do it.
Okay. You guys ever heard of this thing called Fig Newtons?
Fig Newtons. Yeah, they're like the little cookie snack things.
You don't know what a Fig Newton is?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, like, isn't it that one guy who discovered gravity or some shit?
All right.
Yeah,
Your
it
sass,
was.
all right.
Sure.
Anyway, you know how, like, you look at a Fig Newton. Have you ever eaten a Fig Newton?
Yes.
Long time ago.
Okay, like, they look so delicious.
They do. They look so
you
good.
think they are gonna taste so fucking good.
It's almost on. I think I know where you're going with this.
and then you bite into it.
It's like ass.
It's disgusting,
foul, yeah.
especially fig flavored Fig Newtons, because they have like strawberry or like apple or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But like, if you get fig, it is instant disappointment.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's so sad.
I feel like I'm getting attacked personally. I actually like the fig Newtons.
You're allowed. You're
Yeah,
allowed.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you.
Oh man, I'm offended by this.
No, I
Well, that's the
wish
nature
I
of the
could
beef
because they
section.
seriously look so delicious.
Because they look like a more like delicious like
they're like, oh, there's
Nutri-Grain bar.
Yeah, it's a
Like a
filled,
soft Nutri-Grain
it's a
bar?
filled
Yes,
cookie.
exactly.
which
Yeah.
tastes
okay.
They're fine.
Yeah.
But like, this is actually supposed to be
So you like
candy or a cookie.
you
Yeah.
like Fig Newtons.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah,
You taste them and you know what they taste like, right?
yeah.
And when you look at them, you're not expecting the thing that you taste, right? I mean, you are probably now because you are used to them.
I expect the flavor because I've eaten a Fig Newton. I know what I'm going into.
But with the first time you ever had Fig Newton, you expected something very different than what you got.
Yeah.
I don't remember the first time I ate a
I
Fig
just,
Newton.
like, every couple of years, I go in the grocery store and I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck, Fig Newtons. Yeah, we're going to buy some of those. It's going to be an awesome weekend. And then you get home and you're like,
Yeah.
why did I waste my money on this?
It really does feel like you're being tricked.
And then they sit there forever.
Yeah, because nobody eats them.
Yeah, and you might eat like one. And you just try and get. Eventually, you just throw them out.
Yeah,
But
I think there's this psychological phenomenon where parents or people who buy treats and things see something in the fridge for a long time and remember it more, so they buy that. But the stuff that's gone immediately is the stuff that people like. But they don't think about those things. So, like, you buy salt and vinegar potato chips, and those are eaten immediately. But the plain ones are still there, so they see the plain chips every day, and they're
yeah,
like,
right, because I don't like plain chips.
next time I go to the store, I'm going to buy plain chips because that seems to be what's around, and that's what people like.
I have an
It's kind of like
alternate-
confirmation bias. What's up?
I have an alternate theory to that.
Do it.
They're gone more often because people just eat them.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's part of it.
Yeah.
You're not listening?
Man, you're on it.
Yeah, very astute. Okay, well, that's...
Man, Fig Newton, you're so smart.
I guess that's going to be my new moniker, Fig Newton.
I guess that's why I invented
Paint me
gravity.
like a pork brine.
Yeah.
All right, well, I concur wholeheartedly
Yep.
with your peeve.
That's
I
peeve.
feel like those were invented by some kind of prankster that just hates everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
By-
Mr. Newton.
By a
Isaac.
mad god.
the Fig gods.
The fig gods. All right, who wants to go next with a peeve? I can.
Sure.
Guys, you're familiar with video games.
Yes.
You're familiar with the mechanics of video games where you play as a character and you try to defeat bad guys.
Is this a certain
Usually.
game that you're talking
Usually.
about?
Yes.
All games.
Okay.
Not all games.
Well,
Yeah.
most games.
No.
Most
Not-
games.
No,
Yeah,
Mario Kart doesn't have a bad
okay,
person that
that's-
you're trying to get.
I
by.
said
But, like,
most, and you
there
gave
are-
me an example. I'm saying 90%.
There are mechanics that allow you to achieve a goal against an obstacle.
Right.
Whatever. that
I'm
is.
speaking specifically to when you have to do damage to an enemy, usually with a type of weapon, and they have the ability to just touch you, and you take damage.
Seriously, what game are you talking about?
Any
right now?
game, Doopy, any game.
I feel like there's a specific one that's
What you
making
playing
this.
lately?
Like what?
Well, Shovel Knight.
This?
Oh, by the way, shameless
Shovel
plug. I
Knight.
have a YouTube channel, Mr. Red Plays, where I play.
Wow, that didn't take
video
very
games.
long.
Yeah, we're
7 minutes in. I thought, woo.
I don't want to bring it up, but I do have a very successful.
I don't
YouTube
want to
gaming
bring it up, but
podcast
since
show.
it's here,
Yeah,
I'm going to talk
thousands
about
of
it.
viewers.
Anyway, Shovel Knight's a game that I play on it, but there's other games like the original Legend of Zelda, where you play as this little 8-bit sprite, you're walking around, and then you have to swing your sword and kill bad guys, but they can just touch you. Like they don't have to hit you with a
Man,
weapon.
what pigs?
I know they literally are actually. But Ganon is kind of pig. Anyway, the point is also like I'm playing Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch. It's newish game 2 years ago when the Switch came out, and that's a similar game where like an enemy will walk up to you, and if they touch you, you take damage. And in order to destroy them, you have to jump on top of them. And it's like, how does this equal each other? It just makes me angry. I want it to make sense.
Well,
I mean,
Why can't I touch them and they take damage? Why do I have to touch them a certain way?
Because they're touching you.
because it's another
But I'm touching them.
It's another obstacle for you to
maybe it's also
overcome.
But it doesn't make sense, is what I'm saying.
Nobody's playing the bad guy.
logically, yeah, but like it's a video game.
Well, that's stupid.
this is more of like a question of instead of like practicality versus actuality. Like you're thinking with like actual logic in this situation where an indie game literally is only caring about how things work.
It's not
And,
an
like
indie
how-
game, Mario.
No, I'm talking about Shovel Knight in this example, since
sure.
it seems to be the example. Instead of worrying about like how things look, like an attacking enemy actually attacking and touching you, that's why you took damage. You're just worried about quickening things up, so there's less animation, less money that needs to be poured into certain assets. That way, it can hurry the game the fuck up. Kind of like how there's no reloading in like Turok, there's no reloading in Doom. That's not realistic. A gun has a clip.
I'm remembering why I stopped doing this podcast. I feel like I'm not explaining the issue that well. I'm
Right.
saying any game has like animations where it moves like normal. Like in Mario, you jump and your character actually jumps into the air. But when a Goomba touches you, you start blinking and it's like, ow, don't do that again. But why? They don't have like, they're not attacking with anything. They don't have weapons.
Maybe they're just
Some of them
grossed out.
do. Like Hammer Brothers, they throw hammers at you. That makes sense. But if you touch the Hammer Brother, you also take damage, and that doesn't make sense to me. I'm just saying.
Listen, this is what video games were like rooted in.
I know, and I'm saying now you can change it because there's a lot of games that don't. Like Portal, there's the turrets. You can touch a turret and it's fine, but if they shoot you, you take damage.
It's because it's a Mario game and
That's what.
part of the aesthetic.
I'm gonna
What-
call
that is what I was
Sakurai.
gonna
All
say,
right,
that's
yeah.
what
I'm gonna
you
call
know.
Sakurai right now and have him explain himself to you.
No, don't explain it. Stop. Everyone, Mr. Nintendo, cut it out. All right, moving on. Who else wants to go? Peeve closed. Oh, yeah, remember when we did
Yeah,
that? Peeve
mine's
closed.
closed.
Yeah, you're too. Who wants to
Fig
go?
closed.
Fig closed.
Oh God.
Fig closed.
All right. I can go next.
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, this one's actually inspired by today because this actually happened. I had like a moment where I had to restrain myself from murdering an actual person.
Oh, no.
Love those days.
It's a very small thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm mopping an aisle. There's yellow
assuming at
signs
work.
with pictures of people falling and breaking their necks,
Yeah.
dying horribly in like a little cartoon caricature form. You know, that illustrates don't walk through this section or this could happen. And then people are just like, that's a nice suggestion. I do what the fuck I want. This is America.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, it burns me so bad. Oh my God, I swear to God, if this person actually walked through my aisle and fell and broke their neck, I would have finished them with the fucking tombstone that is the actual
The yellow sign.
Oh,
just to try to either decapitate them or knock some fucking smarts into the person. It's so annoying. Like, when you see that kind of a suggestion, maybe don't. It's not hard. Just look at it and think, what would my pea-sized brain want to do in this moment? Be courteous? Be self-aware and try to save my own body from any sort of harm? Or should I just go there so I can look at a certain item? There's a box full of babies. The person picked up like a box full of babies.
What is it with this is a character on the show, these babies that you have at the store?
Why are there so many boxes of babies?
Is that all you sell? Do you work at a box of baby store?
Babies are us. Yeah, that's what they do
It's
now.
funny because like the reason why I bring that up, number one, the first time I brought it up, is it was just fucking creepy. It was just creepy. Now,
It's still
Now
creepy.
you're- it's
Don't
no,
get
no,
me
it's
wrong.
my
It's
I
still
agree.
favorite
creepy.
It's
item.
still creepy, but I've been working there for a year and they sell out. People buy these babies.
Oh, man.
They're $1 for
It
a
used to
whole
be about
pack
the
of 50.
music, but they've
People
sold
are
out.
buying these fucking babies.
Now that's what I call baby.
Jesus Christ.
What is that? Okay.
And that's another peeve I got. Why are people buying these fucking babies?
Yeah, I think that's
Save
your
it.
problem.
Save it. Yeah, well, people
Well, maybe you shouldn't mop the aisles that have the most,
Maybe I
traffic.
don't shop the baby aisle.
Maybe you should leave that fucking aisle filthy. Be like, if you want babies so much, deal with the filth.
That's right. Maybe people should.
Yeah, it really is one of those things where it's like you have rules, and if you don't follow those rules, it's only yourself to blame.
Yeah, like nobody should blame me in a situation where I elbow drop somebody in the head because they passed my little
Well, wait a minute.
barrier.
Hold on. Okay, you're going a little further.
No, I agree with you, Alex. I think I
Sure,
should
well,
be
wait a
allowed to
minute.
punish them.
Whoa, that's not what I'm saying. I feel like my voice is getting misconstrued here.
But yeah, that's pretty much the thing that's bothering me is people who defy my authority.
Great.
I'm
do
a
you
god.
ever do that?
Yes.
Well, just think of that side of the coin.
Somebody should fucking shoot me.
Inspirational
just
words.
looking
All right.
for it.
Well,
You're just looking for an
that
out.
is very relatable.
You know what? I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I really think it's just all rooted in the
Oh wait,
babies.
no. Before we move forward, I do have to say I do not endorse elbow dropping people to death. That's just
Only for harm, not till death.
fuck.
I do. Connor, would you like to go next?
Sure.
Would you like to hit us? Oh, Peeve close. Is it Peeve close?
Yeah, it's done.
Connor, would you like to go next?
I mean, I am the last one.
Great.
So
We could skip
ready
it.
or
Nice,
not.
here.
Ready or
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I've got a peeve, and I don't know how to frame it succinctly.
Mhm.
So I guess I'll just say, like, right now, what's like a peeve
Mhm.
is the ability for someone to come into leadership who not only lacks the qualities of effective
Yeah.
leadership, but is actively works against those they should be leading. for their own gain.
Yeah.
And like once the microphone is off, like we can talk way more about this, but just sort of.
Oh look, I'm hitting stop
so
now.
Like I don't.
Tell
so like I don't know
about
how to like talk about it other than just sort of like poor leadership is poor. Like
Yeah.
Open yourself up, baby.
Like, so I know we're not in the question portion of it, but like to make this a little more interactive, this peeve, like have you what have you guys encountered this? Because I'm sure like we've all got some sort of interaction with this.
Yeah.
My last job, I had like an assistant manager who just became an assistant manager. She would literally blame everything on the third shift.
Sure.
It was always third shift.
Now, did this manager ever have any contact with the third shift?
They took over a third shift into first shift. It was 24-hour joint.
Sure.
So
Sure.
they technically had to interact to a certain extent, but it was mainly done through Post-it notes.
Right.
And like,
So yeah.
Really,
so, like,
pigs?
So like.
oh man.
So like in this case, it's scapegoating, but it's also like it's the easy out because here is now a group of people that we can vilify that instead of like, oh hey, let's fix the problems and address the problems here in our own shift that I'm here for, right? It's just stuff like that. It just anyway when the I almost a camera, but when the microphone is off, we can talk way more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of listeners that are like, that go through it.
And it's not like, and I don't just
Well, there's
mean
not
like,
a ton of listeners, but I understand what
but
you're
I
saying.
don't even just mean
One
like
day.
One day.
bad bosses are bad. Like there can be bad bosses that are still, to some extent, can be like effective leaders that still have the ability to literally get things done without having whatever it is, a workforce or a group of artists or, a conglomeration of people not like screeching to a halt because we're going to drive off a cliff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my beef.
Well, I think, we definitely all have.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
I've had plenty of bosses in my time, and they've run the gambit, so to speak.
I mean, we all have had bad bosses or bad assistant bosses.
Or horrible bosses, starring Jennifer Aniston in theaters years ago.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who
well,
saw that movie?
I did. I love that movie, Charlie.
Seriously?
We watched it.
I love
we
Charlie
did rent
Day.
it.
We did.
Okay.
The Charlie Day, Jason Bateman.
Jason
Bateman.
Bateman's in it.
Some friggin' third guy. Oh, Kevin Spacey was in that. Oh.
Oh, you
Did
shut
not-
it down.
He was one of the bosses.
Yeah, he was
He was
actually
one
the
of the
villain,
bosses.
so it's
Wow.
actually okay.
It's okay, yeah.
Because you get to hate him extra.
Just like when he was in 9 Lives. 9 Lives in theaters years ago. Anyway, so let's move on from the peep section. I believe we're done with
Yeah. Close the peeps.
Close the peeps. And now we're going to open up with our third and probably final section, unless we come up with something, I don't know. Questions. Qs. That's what Q stands for.
Okay, you got one?
I might, if I remembered what it was. I wrote it down and it's here.
Oh man,
Does somebody else have a more ready one?
Yeah.
I got one.
No, I'll go first. So,
Wow.
there are
We
got
fine.
there are many, many people on this earth. A lot of them have used the service Google, and Google is famous.
Don't say it. It's behind you.
Oh, sorry. There is currently a whatever type of device that talks. An Echo? I don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. And Google is famous for recording all of its users' history and keeping that and selling it to third parties and being evil. I think. I don't know if that's been confirmed. Life is chaotic. Whose Google search history would you like to see? Famous person.
Ooh.
Or it could be a private person.
Oh,
If
man.
you could have access to someone's
This is a great
personal
question.
Google search, whose would you like to?
What's yours?
I have many different answers for this. Yeah. Living or dead, I'll say.
Okay, so like they could have been alive before the invention of.
Of Google. Let's just.
What do you think they would have Googled?
Okay, I think we should also amend this a little bit.
go ahead.
Might I suggest that we don't get to see their pornographic.
Oh, sure.
searches.
Like,
This is just their
Well, that's
general.
why
This is their, yeah, because everyone's got a kink. Like everyone does.
I want to
So,
see Andy Warhol's kinks right now.
So I just
Okay.
I don't know.
I get what
To
you
limit
mean.
it to
unless we say I don't care about anything else except for
Except that,
this.
right,
That's
exactly.
what I want to know.
I mean, that's literally.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I will say George R. R. Martin, author of A Song of Ice and Fire.
Sure.
Because I'd love to see all of his how to end a book series or what to do when you've killed off all your main characters and can't figure out where to go next, or like how to delay the publication of a book indefinitely.
I swear to God, the last episode better just be him fucking sobbing on a table, just talking about how he doesn't know how to end it.
What have I
that's
done?
like the last 15 minutes. Just him like, I don't know what the fuck to do. End.
He's on the Iron Throne. Just
Fucking hella stressed out. His hair's like a fucking mess.
How is that any different
how's that
than
any
I
it
say that
actually
with
is?
all the love of the world for George.
Right,
Definitely.
right.
He's
Like,
a great
all
dude.
respect.
Yeah. Love you, George. Get busy.
So I have two answers.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
So my first answer is the explicitly explicit
Sure.
searches, and I want to know what Donald Trump.
Is there anybody else that we want to know?
I want to know what he masturbates to.
I feel
Big hands.
Exactly. What would get the guy with the biggest ego in the world, the biggest narcissist in the world,
Himself, probably.
like
Yes,
are
yes.
his explicit searches like him?
Yes.
I feel like it's one of two things. It's either like how to successfully run a country, and that's what he gets off on.
Right.
Fantasies, or it's a picture of Princess Leia, but with Ivanka Trump's head photoshopped on. Hey, I didn't make the rules.
Damn.
I didn't make these rules, all right? I'm just playing by
I love
them.
that.
I
No, I
do
love
too.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can already fucking see his like, if you weren't my daughter, I'd fondle you.
And my
He's literally
and
said
my
that.
and my second is Taylor's.
Also,
Your significant
No,
others.
and here's why.
That's so
Here's
cute.
why. There have been a few times where she has used my phone, like we've been out, like because her phone dies a lot,
Yeah.
and she
Girl, get
Googles
yourself a new phone.
and so like I'll go on Google and like on my phone, like if I just go into Google and I just like tap it, if it's a blank, it'll just show a list, and sometimes they're the funniest things.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Same.
this is based on a conversation and I'm like, in the way it's phrased. So I want to know what her entire search history is. Like, I don't care, like, if she's looking up, like, personal. I just want to, like, the funny list of, like, we had a
what's the longest
like, we had.
Yeah, what's the
body
longest?
hair ever found?
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. So, like, we had a conversation about dildos.
Sure. Yeah.
The other-
As everyone
you do,
does.
as you
She didn't believe me that one time I was at
I'm scared.
who was at the time like who's an ex now at an ex house, and when she moved in, when she bought the house, there was a giant purple snake-like dildo
Of course there is.
in the plumbing of a toilet, and she didn't believe me that like a dildo would get
Wait a second.
or could be that big. And so, like, and so I literally went like,
plumbing?
okay, fine. And then apparently that night while we were at dinner, she was Googling like, like how big, like
What's the biggest
what's the
dildo?
biggest like commercial sized dildo? Like it was that. It wasn't like vanity dildos or
Yeah.
like
Just-
joke. It was commercial. It was specifically commercial sized dildos. And I'm like,
Why is this in my
why is
search
this?
history?
Oh, it's this.
That would be a great game show to play with your friends. Is like find a random entry in someone's
And
Google
who's-
search
and
history.
Who's it from?
Oh my god,
Well, that's one. I would
fantastic.
say like try to guess the context of the conversation that spawned this search,
Yeah.
because sometimes it's obvious, like where to buy a prostitute. I'm just saying, we've all done it. We've all Googled it. I'm just saying. But the other,
Now I want to look at your
there's
Google
obvious
search
ones, but then
history.
there's like really specific ones. Like I can't even think of a funny example. Jokes, haha, it's funny. But you'd want to know like what were you talking about that made this search come about? That'd be a good game show. Or whose it is.
So those are my two.
I like it.
Those are
Love it.
We have the
That
funny
is so
and
funny.
we have the heart one.
guaranteed that at the end of
That's
it, it's
also
literally just like him with like cardboard cutouts, like fucking photoshopped of just mashed together.
Well, it's probably like Donald Trump. Like his porn is probably just like gifs of him like humping the American flag. Like,
Can I make a suggestion that we stop talking about this? What? This is
We're gonna get
horrible.
flagged.
We're gonna, American flag.
Now it has a whole new.
Actually, I'm more thinking like the Russian flag.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Moment of silence.
conspiracies.
Actually, moment of peeve. Wait, no. That wasn't a peeve.
Get over it.
You're fucking up your show.
Why don't you answer the question?
Ah, damn, I don't have one. This is such a fucking...
Isn't it?
You should have asked this.
You only have
before.
one chance.
it's such a good question, though.
Don't miss this opportunity.
Okay, if I really want to be honest, can I do two like he did?
Sure.
Like one for pornographic reasons,
Sure,
one for
yeah, yeah.
non
Oh, I
guess.
am definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, then I need to come up with a pornographic one, but go ahead.
Okay,
Also,
pornographic-
George R. R. Martin.
I want to see what Charlie Chaplin's into.
Why?
Because he's literally like the fucking silent comedy god. I want to see what he validates as like fucking sexy, some fucking... Because, I don't know.
It's probably women talking.
Probably. He's like, he has such a fucking huge respect boner for women. He's just like, look at them.
Yeah.
They're displayed like people.
Yeah.
I just nutted.
They're fully clothed. Yeah. He never masturbates. It just happens.
Yeah,
I'm
like it's
into
just
it.
like that's why his shoes are so big and floppy. Is because it's just holding all his seed.
Is that why you think that is? You think we need an origin story for his big floppy shoes?
Yeah. Swear to God, other people are on the set like, what is that sloshing noise?
Oh.
But we
Luckily, you can't hear it in the movie, so it worked out. That's why he couldn't get any work when they switched to talkies, is because they'd hear his shoes all the time.
I just love these questions because it makes Connor cringe so fucking hard.
I'm not cringing. This is hilarious. This is
Alright.
great.
And what's your other one?
Yeah,
the
what's
other
your,
one,
uh,
I want to see Freddie Mercury's. Because I want to see how many
That
pictures
would
of
be
cats
so
he looked
good.
up within a day, not a week.
Yes,
Dang.
yes. If
Man.
only. That's probably life's greatest tragedy. Then he never got to
It's that and
experience
all.
Google.
He didn't. I don't know. No, I won't.
No,
He never
Go
got to
ahead.
experience Cat has cheeseburger.
Oh,
my
or
God.
toast cat.
Or Neon Cat.
Oh.
You know he probably would have
Moment-
piano cats.
Yeah. Oh, moment of silence, Freddie. Go look those up.
Freddie, I know you're listening.
You can look at them up, and you won't even have a history of it.
Oh my God, that'd probably
Aw,
just
that's
40
really
fucking
funny.
pictures
I
in a
think
day.
his personal style would have been even more outrageous if he had been able to like look up examples and stuff or shop on eBay.
Yeah.
Ah, we were deprived.
No, I don't know. He probably would have been like, these are posers.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What about
He would've
Freddie
just-
Mercury's Instagram? What would that be like?
Cats, just fucking.
I think it would just
It
be
would
cats.
just be
Just
cats.
his cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
it. I'd be into it.
And like,
If
And
he
maybe
would have
Brian
one
May.
anyway.
Brian May, yeah. Yeah, one video of Brian May being like, so the theory of relativity.
yeah, like seriously.
Basically, it's such.
But like halfway through the video, it's just a
Aw.
fucking a cat head just fucking
Yeah.
photoshopped
There you
on
go.
his
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I like it.
that's so cute.
It is cute. Speaking of cute, you. Would you like to go?
Sure. And I did have them.
Oh no! Let's vamp, everybody. What do you guys think about the
Shut up.
economy?
Shh, just be quiet. I'll try and figure it out. I just had it. It was,
Would you like to cut?
yeah.
Pause.
Okay, so mine would be Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan
Because-
Poe.
Because it would just be so
which
random.
one? Which one? Porn or Google search?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh my
No,
God.
just like
Just
regular
just
Google
regular
search
Google.
because you.
Safe for work, everybody.
Yeah, just like.
Your kids can listen.
Can you
to this
imagine?
section.
Can,
No.
like no.
Well, no, because he would like. I have occasionally written. I wouldn't call myself a writer, but I've written stuff, and you just have to like search the weirdest things.
Right to
just
like
to be
just
like,
even get out of that space.
how
of,
long does it take for a body to decompose? You just like type that in because you have to have a frame of
Yeah.
reference, and like
6 weeks, right?
don't
no idea.
get into this now. We don't
Look it up.
Look it up.
Google it.
Google
Wait,
it.
Doopy, are we talking about in water or outside water? In a dry climate or a wet climate? No, I'm kidding.
Fuck. No,
In
I'm
the
actually
snow,
thinking about it.
in the desert.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I would love that.
yeah.
It'd be really weird because it'd be like,
I think it'd be a lot of alcohol too because he was a big
Was he?
Yeah, alcoholic. So
he was
it would
a
be
lush.
like, yeah, just be like.
how
what-
long does it
what
take for
kind
a
of-
body to dissolve in brandy?
Yeah, like seriously.
There you go.
Yeah. And then for my pornographic one, it would seriously be something like Charles Manson or
no,
like Jeffrey Dahmer because I'm
Oh.
just like, how sadistic. Like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those like car crash things that everyone's like, "Ugh,"
Yeah, you can't
so
look away
you can't
because
look away
it's so
from.
bad.
But at the same time, I don't want to think about it.
I think at that point, like for if we're really gonna think about it, for like Jeffrey Dahmer, I don't think it'd actually be pornographic. Like,
that's
like it's
it's
just
whatever they're
dead.
getting off on.
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
dead.
My first one,
Yeah.
my first one that came to mind, like when you asked this question, was Jared from Subway. But then I was like, that would be awful,
No,
and I don't want that.
Plus, I think we have a pretty good idea.
I know.
about that.
Yeah, we found out.
There's some
Yeah.
stuff that like we're more curious
But like that,
about.
but that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, oh man, because like people would know and they'd be like, their heads would just explode or whatever. Yeah, that's terrible, as they should. But yeah, those are mine.
More like Peeves and Qs, am I right? Yeesh.
Yeah.
When you were talking about Edgar Allan Poe's search history, I thought you meant pornographic.
Yeah, well,
Can you imagine what it'd be?
I'd
Nothing
like
but
to know
ravens.
that,
No,
too.
like he'd be like r/Wincest or like
Oh yeah, actually,
seriously.
yeah.
yeah, because he fucked his
Yeah,
cousin.
that's right.
Yeah,
isn't
loved
it?
her.
Well, good for him. He found love. Anyway, so that was my. Oh, and I'd like to, for this episode and maybe the next couple, I want to introduce a comment, a thing where we ask. We go right to the source on this Google thing, and I'd like to ask our personal assistant what they would answer. Okay, Google, what famous person would you like to know the Google search history of? Give it a
My
second.
apologies, I don't understand.
Great. Well, thanks for the input,
Wow, what a
and we're
bitch.
going to
You
move
realize
on. What's
you
up?
realize why she doesn't understand, right?
What's that?
Because she already knows. It's fucking Google.
Google, stop.
You have to say, okay, Google.
No, it lit up. It's thinking. This is scaring me. Let's go.
This is Karen.
This is Karen. Oh God, what's happening? Okay, well that's my question. Thank you all for. Oh, shut up. We don't... who would like to go?
You didn't say your pornographic one.
Oh, I did. Let's say who's that guy who invented the wheelchair? Because I want to know.
I literally am like Charles Xavier.
Charles Xavier. All right, there you go.
Sure.
Mag-fucking-nificent.
No, don't know.
Batman.
I'm gonna Google
Bran.
that
Bran
From
Game
Game of
of Thrones. Guys, does he
His
have-
Google history.
Guys,
That'd be crazy.
here's my question: does Bran have a working penis?
No,
No.
one. No, he's fucked, man.
That's sad. That's
because
so
if your
sad.
legs don't work, your dick doesn't work.
Sometimes.
Well,
usually.
Sometimes.
He's got like that spinal injury where it's below the hips.
But maybe
not the
only
legs.
his legs broke and not his spine. His spine's fine. Spine's fine.
Spine fine.
Spine fine. All right. Who would like to go next with the next question? Clever girl would.
I do.
Oh,
I
God.
totally do.
Okay.
It's right here.
Well,
Okay.
I would love to
Okay.
hear it.
I want to know.
Mhm.
What is a character in a movie that, like, when you first saw it, you really thought nothing of, and then, like, you watched it either, like, years later, or even just, you know, at a later time, and you're like, you just had a complete flip on how you saw this character.
Uh-huh.
It's going around a lot lately
Yeah.
on the face of the book of,
The facing book.
yeah, of, like, Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka, and what
Oh,
a piece
yeah.
of shit he was.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
Seriously.
like, I just saw this thing, and it's like, I hope everyone has a great day except motherfucking Grandpa Joe, who sat in bed when his legs were perfectly fine until he got a golden ticket.
As soon as he's like, hey, you want to go to a chocolate factory
like,
full
"Yeah,
of
let's
magic
go."
and wonders? He's like, a miracle. My legs work again. And we're like, all right, Grandpa.
Yeah, like, yeah,
We know
seriously.
the score here.
That guy is a piece of shit for
That's
that.
true. That's true.
But, and so, before we got over here, I was at my parents' house, and their TV stopped working, so I just put in the first movie that I reached, which was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And so we started watching it, and it's even like Grandpa Joe's like, or Charlie's like, I'm gonna start buying your tobacco, and he's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like, it's not worth it, I'm giving it up. And it's like, yeah, you should, you piece of shit, since you're drinking like cabbage water
Yeah.
for
like,
dinner every night.
He's been smoking this whole time.
Yeah.
Or chewing or piping or whatever.
Piping.
And everyone's just like struggling. It's like
Yeah.
priorities,
It's
dude.
like, okay, fine. So yeah, that's just a character that you look back now and you're just like, the fuck?
What
What
a
are you
douche.
doing? Yeah.
What a douche.
That's mine.
Cool. Would anyone whose name is Alex like to go next? Yes. Okay. I'll say it's kind of like, and this is also a thing that's been going around, but Squidward from SpongeBob.
Squidward.
I think a lot of people, this is a meme, this is like a thing people are saying, so this is not an original thought, but everyone's saying how they used to identify with SpongeBob when they were a kid, and then as they grow up, they identify more with Squidward.
I
think that's-
am Squidward.
Yeah, I feel like that is very true.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
I
You used to
actually
think
feel
it was-
like I'm like Patrick all the time.
Oh, okay.
Just dumb.
Weird.
Just like,
yeah,
oh,
well, no. I mean,
and
yes.
eat a lot, but yeah.
Or Shanda Cheeks the squirrel. This is what
No,
she sounds like.
Who the hell identifies
I didn't
as
watch
Steve?
the show
Me.
growing up.
What?
Oh.
you know?
SpongeBob?
I didn't.
You're
I've only
missing
seen
out,
the
Shanda.
memes in 2 episodes.
Well, you should do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
I just find that interesting. Is all.
Yeah. Oh, you're like really missing out. It's really good.
I think I probably. I
mean,
grew up on
you may
SWAT
not-
cats.
yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Watch the first
I'm so
3
sorry.
seasons and then stop.
Yeah, SWAT
Cool.
cats was shit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Squidward.
Yeah. I want to think of a better answer, but we'll come back to me. Who else would like to go?
pass for right now.
Okay.
So-
Wait, did you guys already do your questions? Because I thought we were supposed to answer.
We're answering
You
these
are.
questions. Yes.
Squidward was his answer to my question.
I'm so sorry. I completely forgot the question.
Okay.
That happens.
What is a
What's a character that you
that-
flip-flopped on now?
Yeah.
Oh, that I flip-flopped on now. I would have to say the person or the character, if I'm going to quote it, is actually the man who sings the Grinch song. I have flip-flopped
Okay.
on him super hard because I remember as a kid I used to sing the song.
Uh-huh.
I loved it, but no, now that I'm older, that guy is fucking petty. Okay, the guy who sings that song
What
is
do you
a
mean?
petty piece because he's dedicated at least a month of his time to writing a song, producing a song, just creating a song to just call this one person a piece of shit. I will give you the biggest example I got. In the song, he calls the Grinch, what is it? A triple toadstool decker sandwich.
Sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich.
A sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce. Translation, he called him a 3-tier shit sandwich on fire.
With
And
sauerkraut.
that is fucking terribly petty. That guy is an ass. I know he stole Christmas, but he gave it back and felt bad and apologized for it. You don't have to write a fucking song.
He probably felt that way because you kept singing that song about him.
But like, to counter,
Yeah, I don't appreciate this character assassination.
That song is in representation of the Grinch prior to the transformation.
Prior to the transformation, true, but
So it's just affirming like how much of a shit he was before.
he still sings it present tense to this day. He fucking hates
Every
it.
year. he
Every
comes around.
fucking year he sings it. He hasn't changed his mind.
Doopy, you know that's just it's a replay of the movie, right? It's,
Yeah, well,
it's the
fuck that guy.
I just love it. Like the Grinch is walking around and he just hears behind him.
You're a mean one. And he's just like, what the fuck? That was like 20 fucking years ago.
53, yeah.
Doopy,
Oh,
I
shit.
feel like you have some anger you need to let out, and I'm going to get you some help.
I get it. I get
We're
it.
going to...
Because imagine walking around and have somebody's like, Mr. Red, he's a prick. Like,
Like, the Grinch doesn't steal Christmas every fucking year. The song plays every fucking year. The guy
Okay,
gets a
so-
money bump for it every fucking year.
yeah.
Several points. First of all, you understand that this is a, what's the term, diagenic sound, right? It doesn't play within the movie. It just is something the audience hears. Secondly, the Grinch is a mean one.
Oh.
He's proud of it. He's like smiling.
Listen,
he identifies with that.
You
This is
changed
how he
my
says
mind.
You,
Yeah.
you identify with Squidward. You're telling me that you don't identify with the Grinch? That
No,
you'd rather
no.
go up on the top of your mountain with your dog?
Well, yes.
Be away from everybody else.
Yes, but I love Christmas. Oh, Christmas. Oh, Martha. But he's happy about it. He wants to be mean. He said, like, he's termites in your smile, and he's like, yes, termites in my smile. He's happy about it. It's a good thing.
The long end of the thing is like, he's been dogging him for so long
He
with
has
this
been.
song.
Again,
But this is like a character thing. The guy who actually sung the song, he doesn't know anything about it. It's the character within the song.
he was hired to write that and paid money to do it.
That'd be a good Google search.
That guy who...
yeah, like how he came up with
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I'm
what
sure
are some...
With
somebody-
some really gross stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't touch him with a 9.5-foot pole.
I thought it was 39.5 pole. No, I'm thinking of the Jim Carrey version.
Was it longer in the Jim
I think
Carrey?
it was 39.5 inch pole in the Jim
No.
Carrey one.
39 and a half foot pole. Maybe.
We don't need to devote
better
this
watch
much
it.
time to this.
Anyway, that's
okay.
my answer.
Did you come up with something?
Did you?
Yeah,
come up with
I
one?
did.
It's
and,
Doopy.
And I think this is the problem is I can't really talk too much about it or defend it because spoilers for current season of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So I'll say it
Uh-huh.
and I'll talk around it,
Okay.
Go ahead.
but maybe in a later episode we can come back around to Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
Yeah.
Ned
Okay.
Stark.
Yep.
He's still one of my favorite characters of the series.
Yeah.
For many reasons.
Definitely.
One of my favorite characters in fantasy. But I take an issue with one thing in particular.
Oh, really?
And I That's literally all I can say.
Yes, with
so
that,
can we just say spoilers and like
Yeah.
yeah,
You
we can
Spoilers.
Okay.
Here's actually, this is cool. This is something that I've always wanted to do.
You guys are caught up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're caught up, and he's basically caught up.
Eh.
So something that I've had an idea for a while is when we talk about spoilers, there will be a musical undertone throughout this entire thing. So you, the audience, can skip, and as soon as if you're still hearing that music, we're still talking about it.
Okay,
so
cool.
if you don't hear the music, feel free to continue listening as you're skipping forward. All right, so spoilers now.
So I get that Ned Stark wanted to keep Jon's lineage
Yes,
a secret, right?
he's a Targaryen. We're in the spoilers.
And
section.
Robert's hate and rage was so
Palpable?
Was burned so hot that
Yes.
he took babies from mother's arms and had them murdered for fear that they had any claim as a Targaryen.
There's some debate about the
Sure.
ownership of these claims.
But why not tell Catelyn?
Because
That's a good.
her reaction is what would sell it as a bastard.
That's a good point. If Robert didn't think that Catelyn hated the child, because that would be Catelyn's natural reaction.
Everyone would be like,
If she
"Oh,
cared
why is she
for him.
okay with this bastard?"
Especially because
But
it's her.
this is the world, and then I get this is,
I agree.
And when I say this
Yeah.
is the world, I'm not being the way this type of fantasy. I just mean the way the atmosphere of how people behave,
The world building.
right? In this, and I get it's not Ned
Uh-huh.
to sort of Catelyn, here's the thing, but when we're all in front of people, we need to. I need you to be cold with him, but let's adorn him with love. And have him and try to have and not tell him.
Yeah, I was gonna
but,
say, can you imagine how much that would fuck him up?
Right, and that's the thing. You can't tell him because then he's always gonna be well, what realm am I living in now?
Yeah.
And also, I'm not a bastard, and there's all that. But with Ned being who he is, I have a hard time consolidating all of what we know about him and his internal life and his decisions and this singular decision.
Well, here's something.
Sure.
Ned Stark is an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
A massive idiot.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
There's so many it's not just that. I take issue with a great number of things that he's done throughout the series that, everything that's bad that's happened, I'm not saying could be directly back to him, but, he had so many opportunities to just do something different, and everything would be great. Like when he went to Cersei and was like, I'm going to tell Robert about your horrible infidelities and all these things that you've done. And then he was like, don't use this against me. I'm just going to leave that out there. I'm just letting you know. Fair warning. Fair warning. I'm going to tell Robert. And then it's like, oh, things fell apart. Who would have thunk?
At the time of Jon's birth,
Uh-huh.
Ned and Catelyn weren't even married
Yes,
very
they were.
long.
Well, okay, yeah. Not very long.
Not so they weren't in love before they got married. Their marriage was arranged.
right.
So I bet at the time he's just like, my sister's, the legacy of my sister is in this child, and I will do anything to defend it. So I bet that's where the decision was. Yeah, he could have spent all those years being like, hey, maybe not be so mean to Jon.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It is one of the biggest things that people, because before the show told us that, it was a theory for a long time.
Right.
And that was one of the biggest points against the theory. It was why wouldn't he tell Catelyn?
Well, and that's the thing.
it's his house line.
I agree with you 100% that Ned, I won't go so far as to say he's an idiot.
Uh-huh.
But he
I would, but
he
yes.
clearly holds himself to a much higher moral, ethical code and worldview than pretty much everyone else in the world. So all of those decisions that were dumb and stupid or idiotic, this singular one was cunning and clever, and I don't know. That's what I can't consolidate is if he's gonna pick and choose where his I don't know.
There's honor lies.
And another thing about Ned is that he expects everyone else to behave the same way in a lot of instances.
Yeah, not hopes. Expects.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I will tell this person that I'm going to do this, and they will react in
actually
the
believes
same way.
that going to Cersei and saying, I'm going to tell Robert about all these things is gonna, like, do anything.
Yeah. It's not just that it's the right move, but it's like, it's the right move, and it will work out.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the request of his sister. Like,
Maybe.
you really
Yeah,
can't
like,
tell
don't tell anybody.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can think is like, don't
Yeah.
tell anyone. He's like, I am a man of my word. I have to keep my promise,
Yeah.
even if it makes
And
more
that's,
sense.
I mean, that's
to
his
not.
sister. Like, I can just
Yeah.
see it. This is my sister who I know and I love,
Grown up
and
with,
this
yeah.
is my new wife that I might not even love, you know?
And when he got back, Rob was born, right?
Yeah, she
they're
was
the
pregnant
same
before
age.
he
When
left.
he left. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they're around the same age. It's kind of
So I want to be clear. Like, I don't think this is a fault of the writing. I think this is a strength of the writing.
Mhm.
Like, I actually really appreciate
Yeah,
this
yeah.
conundrum in myself and not being able to do this. I think that's really great, inspired writing. I'm still frustrated, but
I have a theory that makes no sense. She did know. And, like, the fact that he was lying to
like,
everyone.
Like, honestly, like, that's kind of where I go.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it. She did know, and she hated it, and she was just trying to keep.
She hated that there was... Maybe she doesn't like Targaryens. She never
Well-
really expresses
Well,
it.
it still makes her look awful.
Yeah,
Because
and
everyone...
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, people think that he has a bastard, and they're
Right.
like, "Oh, damn, you
Like,
did a
well,
bad thing against
and
Catelyn."
you can't hate him for it. He's just trying to save his nephew.
Right.
So,
So maybe
take it
I
out
mean,
on John, so...
we
Maybe
get.
he just forgot.
Yeah, that's probably it. He's just
I'm
like
sure that's it.
he probably told himself so many times that it was my son.
Or
that
honestly,
maybe he
and
thinks
this
it's
is the other like big thing that like Ned was like, nope, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do an honorable thing, and like she will see it as honorable. That yes, I would have hurt her, but over time she will. Like, because I'm going to love for this child, and she
will too.
So she will too, and
Yeah, you just can't... Yeah.
he just doesn't see the world as it is.
Well,
Right.
great answer.
Yeah.
I think spoilers ended, so the music's
Yeah,
done.
sure.
Cool. I like it a lot. And we got to talk about Game of Thrones, which I'm excited about.
Question
Closed. Who would like to go next?
Well, I mean, I got one.
Well, great. Why don't you go next? then?
Oh, well, I got one.
All right. Well, this one's inspired by something I was watching recently. I've been trying to like watch a bunch of Tales of the Crypt, just because like I was always been curious, and I kind of like that whole fucking goofy ghouly thing.
The
And I-
Crypt Keeper?
Yeah, you know, the Crypt Keeper,
Tales
that
of
whole
the
thing.
Crypt.
Yeah, the Tales of the Crypt. That old comic that got turned into a TV
Yeah,
show that
with the
later was a
character, the
radio
Crypt Keeper.
broadcast
Okay,
show
I
that
thought-
Tim Curry was on for some reason. Such a star-studded TV show. It's
Have a
fucking
lovely
weird.
day.
Anyway, I was watching a certain fucking episode where I can't remember the name of the episode, but this rock star was like, he was embezzling money. There was a fundraiser for like $1 billion to save the rainforest. He was going to pocket all that money and get the fuck out of there. And then all of a sudden his conscience starts speaking to him and screaming at him. The thing about it is his conscience was voiced by Sam Kinison, the comic. So the entire time, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Because it's just Sam Kinison screaming at this guy, I killed my fucking banker! Like, the entire fucking episode. So I was thinking, if you had a conscience and you were doing something shitty, which celebrity would be your
I got it.
your conscience?
I know it.
That's a good question.
What's yours?
Mine?
Yeah. What's
You have to answer the question that you ask. I don't know if you...
You know, it's one of those situations where I thought the question was so good that I never gave
Yeah.
myself an answer.
That's the problem.
I did that with my Google search thing. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know the answer to this as I was asking it.
I think Alan Rickman, just because of like the
Alan Rickman.
subtle abuse, would be amazing.
Oh,
From-
it would be so deep and...
Like, just him saying, "You fool." Like, not even cursing at me, just those two words would destroy me.
You're
Coming from-
wearing that shirt again.
It's just stupid subtle shit from Alan Rickman, just making me second guess my entire fucking
You're
day.
like, God damn it, Alan.
It's like, you know, you could say nothing. He's like, I could. And then that's it.
Get out of bed, you lazy shit.
Pretty much. It'd
That'd
be
be
amazing.
it. That'd be it.
That is great.
All right, cool. Mr. Connor?
pass? Come back to it.
Okay, I'll go. Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh,
really wasn't.
Yeah.
I would absolutely not because I feel like it's suitable or anything. I just want it so bad because it basically
What are you
is.
thinking about?
You're
Why
You
would
would
you do
fall in
that?
line real quick.
No,
wouldn't you?
absolutely. It would be like, you don't need to eat another slice of pizza. And I'd be like, all right, I don't.
Fine, I
Jesus.
won't.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't even talk that fast.
Yes, he does.
No, he's super slow and he
he does.
rambles.
Yes, he does.
You ever see him do a roast? Everything is super drawn out.
No, I haven't. I have seen him be Iago, though.
You haven't seen him be. That would be great.
I would watch.
Oh my God, just see him in the
be
feather.
Iago.
He's sitting there like, I'm finally up.
I'm a bird over here.
I'm a fucking bird.
What about it? You want to fight? That's not even good. I'm not even good at this.
Oh my God.
Now, there's a
Our neighbors.
pornographic Google search history I'd like to see. Not Gilbert Gottfried.
Iago.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's Gilbert Gottfried, it's open eyes.
Oh, okay. I don't
It's just
understand.
money. For
He's always
Iago.
squinting.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
he's like,
he's Brock.
pretty much.
All right, what about Jody?
Mine would definitely be Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff
Because he
Goldblum.
would like stutter so much that I'd be like, okay, fuck, I won't. Like, I won't.
Oh shit.
He'd be like, well, fine, I won't do it.
That's fucking amazing.
That's all I would need.
It's like,
But
I think of
maybe you shouldn't.
maybe you should reconsider
reconsider that.
the choices
thought.
that you make.
Yeah, seriously. That would be Jeff Goldblum. Because, yeah, it would just be like, okay, fine.
That's chaos theory.
It is.
Cool.
I just don't know.
Well, do you want help?
Yeah, do you want help? George R. R. Martin.
No idea.
Can you imagine?
Jesus Christ. Well, think about it like this way:
Right.
which celebrity with their celebrity personality would keep you most in line with
Most
wanting
in line.
to do good?
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
Oh,
Like,
right?
She would just be like, she wouldn't even use her voice. She would just like,
Yeah,
like,
and
she would just,
enter
like-
you. Yeah.
Yeah. You would just feel her presence.
she would
and
just
you
With
would
look
like,
her,
all right.
with her
She-
beautifully sculpted arms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
she would
Right.
just like touch and just.
and then you'd know.
But like, it's the
excited.
eyes of like, you know what the fuck you're doing.
Right. It's like you don't need words to describe. I think the last time you were on this podcast, we gushed about
Marcelo Obama.
You got it.
Well, hell of a woman.
Marcelo Olama.
Oh.
Michelle Obama.
That's what you literally said. You were like, Marcel. Anyway, good pick.
Thank you very much.
Marshmallow Llama. Nailed it. All right, so I like it.
That's like Trump's search for like how to spell her name.
Yeah.
Like, to invite her to a
It's like
party.
one of
Just fucking slapping keys.
When he's drunk and he's
How
just
to
like,
become Marshmallow
Obama's wife
Llama.
was a marshmallow llama.
Sorry, that's terrible.
Nailed it. All right, so good answers, everybody.
Yeah.
I liked them. a lot.
Question closed.
Question closed. Would you? Oh, we haven't been asking Google these questions. Doesn't matter. Would you like to go next?
So, just a simple question: What's jazzing you guys right now? Like,
Oh, yes.
yeah,
Okay.
like
Good question.
I was going to
like
ask
that's
this too.
so to answer.
Uh-huh.
Like normally, I would ask this, and I'd be like, "Oh, like right now, like I'm doing like this thing. Like right now, I'm like replaying the Arkham games, and I do that every year. I just take like 2 weeks, and that's
Such
the
a
only game I
great
play. And
I
it's
love
usually
that.
in like a downtime when I can just play those games. Arkham Knight, I suppose.
It's good.
But like. What I'm asking now, I'm just mean like outside of that. Like, are you doing anything? So like right now, like I'm making smoothies in the mornings. And that's just like I get up and I'm like,
magic
What do you-
bullet?
like
What do you make it out of? Like, what's your machine of choice?
Yeah.
a blender.
Yeah, but like
just
what
like
type?
just like a. What brand's your blender? Is what I'm asking.
Is it a magic bullet?
No.
Then
I
don't
was gonna
pick.
say basically
Uninterested.
because the magic bullet is great.
It's life. It is God.
I love the magic bullet.
It's great. Anyway.
Cool.
My blender was free. So
there you go.
yeah, so like that's like right now, like I get up and like I'm just like I'm dead. I don't want to get up and go to work.
Definitely.
And I'm just like, oh, I get
But I get to make a
I get to
smoothie.
make smoothies for me and Taylor. And I get to put hers in the fridge, and she'll get up and like whatever, and I'll be gone. But like she'll get up and it'll be there.
So let me ask you this: what time are you waking up?
Between 7:30 and 8.
Okay. How loud is your blender?
Yeah.
Loud as fuck.
And
fuck.
do you just? I mean, can Taylor sleep through that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I would fuck
Oh.
up a person.
That must be nice. to be able to do whatever you want and have somebody sleep through it. I can't blink without the sound of my eyelids
Seriously.
making Jody shoot up and be like, "Why are you making so much noise?"
Seriously.
Have you ever heard yourself fucking blink, dude? They
It's
slap
loud,
together
yeah.
like wet
Because
hands.
those eyelashes are just so luscious. They're
Well, it's a blessing and a curse, really. But that's great. I do like that. We used
Special.
to.
It's a burden.
Yeah. You know. I don't want to complain about my gifts, but
Oh my God.
so I desperately want to make smoothies in the morning, but even just myself, I'm like, I don't want to hear a really loud noise.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
that's
morning.
for sure.
I get up at 6 o'clock though, where it's like still dark.
yeah.
Fuck that.
And you know how your ears
I get
are
up
so
at 7.
sensitive.
Oh
My
yeah,
ears
like
are very
I'm,
sensitive.
I
Yeah.
wait to make the smoothie. I'm up at 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I get up, like have coffee, I take a shower, I get
Yeah.
ready, and like the last
I
thing
have-
do is
I mean, my parents are like still sleeping, so it's just hard, and they would not care. They'd be like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Yeah.
But I just don't like. I'm like, I just don't like loud noises.
Yeah, for sure. I'll go.
That's cool though. That's really cool.
go ahead.
I'll go. So I am about to be done with school, and that's very exciting. I'll have summer. I will have one summer class, but it's only one, so hopefully it'll not take up too much time. I'm going to devote more time to creative endeavors, such as, for example, the hit podcast, Peeves and Qs.
Oh, whew. I didn't know where you're going with that. I already rolled my eyes. I'm going to take that back.
Undo it. Control Z. But in a more, so that's exciting, but that's like long-term, short-term. Game of Thrones is going on right now. You guys, if you're watching this when this episode comes out, you just watched the episode that I'm most excited for last night, probably. It's the Battle of Winterfell. Spoilers.
Yeah.
But like, it's just going to be so intense, and so many people are going to die, and I can't wait for it. I want to cry. I hope that I cry. I probably won't, but I'm very excited.
We like get together with a bunch of people, so I don't know if I'll cry.
Yeah.
I'll go home like that next day and be like,
Can't believe. Never mind. Yeah. So and like the rest of the series is just gonna. It's gonna be half over tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah.
on Sunday. So
Oh yeah.
so.
that's it.
And then the show will be done. Game of Thrones is finished after this.
Well,
No more.
The show Game of Thrones.
Right.
There will be still the world. So that's what I'm really excited about in the immediate future, because that's like right now, and that's so excited for it. What about Jody?
I'll do a short term and a long term. My long term is I'm gonna be starting something creative. I don't want to say
Yes,
what I don't
yeah.
want to say what it is, because then I feel like it won't come true.
It's like
so
cursing,
I'm gonna
yeah.
keep that to myself. It's just like a little something that I can put into a creative output, and then hopefully other people will see it.
Hell yeah.
And that's that. Short term, Black Klansman is a great movie.
Black Klansman.
You seen it?
yeah, it's great.
What was that? Was last year, I think.
I haven't
That was
seen
last-
any of this.
Last year, because it was in this year's Academy
Yeah,
Awards.
yeah. You know, I loved it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was so
I
good.
knew I would like it, but I was really surprised at how
Yeah.
well I liked it.
It was very, very good.
Cool.
It was a great movie.
So like that.
I was not expecting the way that movie ends.
Yes, I was.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
on
yeah,
my
yeah.
toes the whole time. I'm like, somebody's gonna die.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very good.
Mhm. It
And,
was
so, and like, I know a movie is good when I just keep thinking about, like, man, that's such a good movie, and like I immediately want to watch it again. That's
very-
how I know it's a great movie.
very much deserving of its accolades. And
Yeah, good job, Spike.
Good job. You did. You knocked this one out of the park. All right. Cool. What about you,
Me?
my friend?
I got a short and a long, I guess.
Yeah.
The short thing is I've been making. I got an espresso machine,
Oh, sweet.
and I actually just discovered like coffee syrups, like the really good ones. I use Monin. That's my favorite one because I have.
Good Monin.
It is a brand. It is a brand. It's actually a vegan friendly brand,
Nice.
and I actually have like several vegan associates.
Oh, okay, cool.
Doopy, are you a vegan?
I'm not a vegan. I
Okay,
eat
good.
meat every
I just
fucking
fucking
day.
ate pizza.
Oh, that's true.
Pepperoni
Yeah.
on
I
it.
just sucked a pepperoni off the pizza with an Oreo attached. Are
I
you
didn't.
fucking me?
Didn't need to know that.
Anyway,
I mean,
like I've been experimenting with like coffee syrups, trying to figure out how to do that. I'm trying to be like my own home barista kind of thing.
yeah,
Aw, man,
yeah.
you're gonna be a great host when we start recording at your house.
Yeah,
Can't
we might
wait.
move.
I mean, I got all the
podcasts
good
to
stuff. The only problem is I don't
schools.
like to I don't like to steam the milk because that thing is about as loud as my coffee
Oh,
grinder.
that's like a blender.
When you go to the coffee shops and you're just like,
screams.
what is making the sounds
Yeah.
of the devil? And
It's
Like,
fucking
yeah,
damned
the
noises.
souls are coming up. From the
yeah.
ground.
As for the long one, well, this is something I've been doing for a while, but I've just been
Uh-huh.
fucking around with Instagram, and I figured
yeah?
I have a hobby with it now.
I didn't know
What's your
that.
handle?
Andy.Rooney. 790.
You're gonna have so many followers now.
No,
Well.
you really don't. I don't think so, because I make the most fucked pictures I possibly can out of photos I take,
Need to see
and just
this.
caption it with dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like this is a fucking Furby that I took a picture of. I had to get this angle.
Oh my
I
god.
deep fried it in layers.
Which one?
The
Furby.
yeah, because Furbies freak me the fuck out. I just try to make
I
it.
want to meet the person who it doesn't freak the fuck out.
I just try to make a lot of them creepy.
Oh my god!
Like this one actually has some of the best lighting that I got in my shots. It's a picture of this stuffed sheep that I found during the Easter season. It's really ominous looking. Like it was flat lighting, but I just
Doopy, you have taken things that are, I don't want to say mundane, but like are
not what you would expect.
right, and you have photographed them in a way and filtered them in a way that just makes them odd and creepy. No, like that's really cool. That's
Yeah.
a really
I love
cool,
it's my favorite fucking
talented thing to do.
I highly recommend that you go and follow this Instagram.
Oh,
It is
one of my
pretty
favorite
good,
ones.
yeah.
This is actually one of my favorite ones. I saw like somebody was showing me one of my Snapchat photos, and you could like see my face in my glasses. So I zoomed in and took a screenshot of my face, and then deep fried it. I like to call it deep fried.
Deep frying and
And like it looks super fucked. Oh my god, I love it. It's so ghastly looking.
All these pictures and more can be found at what?
I got a few of them. Like it started out as like ridiculous, then kind of friendly, and then after that, it all started with a picture of my dad holding a cat, and the next one was even better.
We're all just swooning over this Instagram right now.
Thank
And that
you.
is Andy.Rooney.790. So
Yeah, just something I like to do.
go
Nice.
and follow /subscribe /Instagram.
Awesome.
Great. All right. So is that everything? Are we done? Question.
You asked a question? Yes.
Yeah.
we've all
Okay.
yeah,
we've
we're all
all
done.
asked.
Question
Wow.
closed. Wow. All right. So anyone have any final thoughts?
Hey, what'd you learn today?
Oh, what'd you learn today? What'd you learn today? Answer the question.
That's great.
I learned that Doopy has some really talented I don't know what to like how to articulate this specific kind of like artistic thing that is.
It's
That's
just a-
a really
It's just
I don't know, like that's just a really cool thing. I'm just really happy that like you
Oh,
have
thanks,
this
man.
other outlet that's like super like creative and fun and
yeah, it's very loose.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about like being followed by
Yeah.
100 people, so I'm just like I can do whatever the fuck I
yeah, so
want.
that's what I learned today.
Wow.
I learned that if you bounce a ball hard enough, it will go through the soft tile in your store.
That's not the point of this section. It's what you learned on the podcast.
Oh, I learned that not to tell people that.
I learned that Doopy and I share the same hatred for the guy that sings the Grinch song.
I'm glad somebody gets it.
I totally understand.
I always tell that to people. They're like, "What the fuck is your deal?" And I'm just like,
Like, no,
Trust me,
I
he's a
did it.
dick.
I learned that Doopy has a large amount of hatred inside him, and it scares me.
All of them were about Doopy. Except
Well, it was very informative on your end.
I guess I've really opened up and told people how fucking creepy and hateful I really am as a person.
No.
God
I
bless
wanna
you. Suck a dick.
I want to see your Google history. I bet it's nothing but like babies, like from your store, like the toy babies.
I actually almost took a picture of those babies, and I thought,
Fucking do it.
no, I was like, too easy. Too fucking easy.
I have a higher
Sailors
standard of
are-
artistic
than the
expression.
babies.
Oh, also, It Chapter 2 is coming out.
Oh, can't
Oh,
wait.
cool.
Later this
Can't
year.
wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss those kids. The kids made the first movie for me.
I think we're
Yeah.
going to see him in flashbacks and stuff.
I hope so.
I hope
really
so too,
hope.
because like that's really what made the remakes for me is the kids, as opposed to the old one, which Tim Curry made that for me.
Yeah. True to
Yeah,
that.
sure.
All right, well, this has been Peeves and Qs. If you would like to... Oh, God, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
If you would like to follow us on Twitter, you can find us at Peeves and Qs. And if you'd like to send us your questions, concerns, comments, I won't listen to them.
No concerns, please.
Yeah, you can email us at peevesandqspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. You can find me personally on Twitter at Mr. spelled out the long way, Red2342. That's at MrRed2342.
You can follow me on Twitter at CleverGirl, the letter F and the letter X.
CleverGirlFX. Do either of you have anything you want to plug? Instagram?
You can find my Instagram, andy.rooney.790. Get a little bit weird with me. Maybe laugh at the captions.
Get a little weird with me.
And also you can find me on the corner of Dort trying to make money like the supple little boy I am.
There you go. One of my favorite things that I think you've ever said is we were plugging things before and we were like, you can follow me, blah, blah, blah. And you said, follow me from my car to my house. I think about that probably every day. It kills me.
Years since I said that. Oh my god.
Oh, that kills me. All right. Well, guys, a heartfelt thank you for listening. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Cool.
Is that it, or am I going to say more stuff?
Yeah, we're good.